This is Reading Explained, where each week I tell you what the readings mean that you hear at Mass on Sunday. We are approaching the 32nd Sunday in Ordinary Time, and if your parish is currently following the Year A reading cycle, then the first reading that you'll hear may be a little confusing because of pronouns. Yes, pronouns, specifically she, her pronouns, because the first reading this week is from the Book of Wisdom, also known as the Wisdom of Solomon. Now, just as a reminder, the Book of Wisdom is one of the deuterocanonical books, meaning it's one of the 7 books that exists in our Catholic Bible, but is not included in all of our Protestant brothers and sisters' Bibles. So we always feel like it's an extra big blessing when we get to hear from the Book of Wisdom on Sunday. This Sunday is no different. However, it's a little confusing this week because you will hear she, her pronouns, and it almost sounds like the reading is talking about a woman, and it's not. It's talking about wisdom itself. The reason for that is because the Hebrew and the Greek words for wisdom are both feminine nouns. In Greek, I think the word for wisdom is Sophia, for example. So historically, wisdom has almost been personified into this feminine figure almost. But what is wisdom? They're not talking about just the basic knowledge of something when they're referring to wisdom in the Bible. What they mean is more of knowledge in addition to a very deep understanding of God's divine involvement in everything. And, but in order to obtain wisdom, you can't just do it by yourself. You can't just read about it. You can't just watch something happen. You have to search for wisdom. You have to be humble enough to know that you don't have that understanding in order to search for that better understanding. And that's where the reading on Sunday comes in. Because as you'll find on Sunday, they talk about the push and pull of seeking and finding wisdom. And wisdom is actually very readily available for us and to us if we're just willing to search for it. So with that background information, hopefully you can better understand what this reading says. Here's what you'll hear on Sunday. A reading from the Book of Wisdom. Resplendent and unfading is wisdom, and she is readily perceived by those who love her, and found by those who seek her. She hastens to make herself known in anticipation of their desires. Whoever watches for her at dawn shall not be disappointed, for he shall find her sitting by his gate. For taking thought of wisdom is the perfection of prudence, and whoever for her sake keeps vigil shall quickly be free from care, because she makes her own rounds, seeking those worthy of her, and graciously appears to them in the ways and meets them with all solicitude. The word of the Lord. So hopefully that helps you better understand that reading. If so, please send this video to someone who may also find it to be helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my page, follow me, comment on the video, like it, and come back next week as we break down one of the readings from the 33rd Sunday in Ordinary Time. I will see you then.